Last night, the House Republicans eroded democracy. They slapped the democratic process in its face. They did not allow Detroit lawmakers to speak and address legislation that impacts our community.
Just after midnight, when the bills came back from the Senate to the House on the Detroit public school bills, I, along with 4 other colleagues, wanted to speak to the bills. And I went to the podium to address people of Detroit and the state of Michigan with what my comments were. And I was denied a voice. I was denied the opportunity to address the public, people of the city of Detroit, citizens of the state of Michigan.
You can't do this.
We witnessed adults taking advantage of their leadership by not allowing Detroiters to speak. We came prepared, and we should have been heard.
The silencing of Detroit Caucus members is the epicenter of the destruction of democracy. Those actions taken by Republican leaders and the Speaker show that we are not a democratic society anymore.
We live in a democratic society, and last night we did not see that. The people of the state of Michigan, the people of the city of Detroit deserve better. They deserve the government to represent them in a way that is equitable, in a way that is democratic, and in a way that is fair.
We were not afforded our First Amendment rights in regards to the right of speech. We were not able to address the concerns of our residents.
So this is what I wanted to say. I wanted to say to every student who wakes up in the morning, whether you walk to school or get dropped off, you matter.
And the plans ultimately passed by Republicans do not help Detroit public schools.
None of the bills addressed academic reform. This really was about money and power and who's in charge.
The bills that we passed last night do not address the transportation needs, do not address academic needs, do not address the need for a centralized coordinating body, and it in fact penalizes teachers for standing up for what they believe is right.
We don't even know what the true numbers are to be able to address DPS problem. That's why we have asked for a forensic audit. I have no idea why we can't get that.
Every other school district in the state, they have state-of-the-art buildings. Detroit Public Schools have deplorable buildings. Every other school district has an elected school board. We've had 5 emergency managers. Every other school district has adequate resources and supplies. We don't have that in Detroit Public Schools. We want our school kids to have the same quality education as every other school kid in the state of Michigan.
House Republicans last night chose to side with Dick DeVos, special interest groups, charter schools, over the rights of the citizens of the city of Detroit in regards to being able to have good public schools.
You know, the bottom line is this: it should be that every child gets a quality education here in the state of Michigan, including Detroit. So it's just an absolute travesty what happened last night.
This divisive policies and policies like these, which pit districts against each other, are evidence as to why we are 35th in the nation.
We know what to do, and we have to stay focused and positive on what we can accomplish with what we've been given. And you focus on that, and us legislators up here will continue to focus on making sure that you have the resources that you need, the support, the wraparound services, the academic fortitude, so that you can educate, and for our children can go to school and learn and compete nationally and internationally.